Senator Antoine Thompson, who was attacked repeatedly in his re-election bid after passing the moratorium bill. That is the reason why we're not in the middle of a much more serious situation today. And Natalie came up to me and she told me that she had vertical hydrofracking right near her, and her water had gone bad. She brought a whole suitcase full of water here, I guess, today. So I'm just going to let Natalie talk a little bit about her experience. She's been very brave in coming forward and talking about what's happened to her. And the key to public speaking in a big crowd like this is you're just supposed to picture everybody naked. And then it's all... Now it's worse. It doesn't. The other thing is it doesn't really work. All right. So now that we'll get to Natalie. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. And I've had a lot of problems, a lot of health problems with my children. And I'm just going to show you some samples of the water that comes out of my tap real fast.
Where is she from?
From one day to the next, you don't know what's coming out of my tap. There's another one.
So how often have you been collecting these samples?
I've been collecting these samples since July.
July?
Yes, last July when I found out why this is happening. And I found out why because of Josh's documentary, GasLand.
And you could light your water?
My water starts on fire. You can light it more than one time, the same container. And my house can blow up. And I can't use the water at all. We purchase around 100 gallons of water a week so we can bathe in it and drink and cook in it. And it's just a nightmare. It turns your life inside out. And there's actually nobody there who cares. And the gas company lies to us. They put us up in a hotel for one evening and told us it was safe to go back home. They put up a tank that was a separation tank for the gas. That did absolutely nothing. The gas was still there, our water still got on fire, but our water was really filthy then.
Oh my God.
And they had brought some water into me from Culligan, and they said, we have you on a 6-month supply of water deliveries. Well, before you know it, we had just 2 deliveries and nobody ever came again. So they really don't care. And they are totally fracking everywhere near where I live. I have hundreds of people calling me, complaining. I have petitions, letters. Everybody's water is going bad. Their property value is just declining. Banks don't want to touch it to give them home equity loans because they don't want to be responsible for the environmental cleanup. So people are in a bad way where I live. I live an hour away from Buffalo in Springville, New York.
Tell them about your kids.
I have 8 children. They all have to go through brain scans every few months and heavy metal testing constantly. My son has asthma all of a sudden, just all kinds of upper respiratory infections constantly. And I was able to track back, like connect the dots backwards, and all the illnesses became really strong about 3 weeks after they began the process of hydrofracking behind my home. When you drive down my road, I live in abuse, leaving their homes, all the money they've invested into it, they're just walking away from it. It's a shame. So we need Andrew Cuomo, our governor, to have backbone to stand up to this gas and oil industry and tell them to get out of New York State. I do not believe that we need any more moratoriums, and neither do any of the residents of where I live, as I can show you all the water. We need this banned immediately. If not, the state of New York will end up going bankrupt, and there will be nobody here. And we live in one of the greatest states in the United States of America. So I am hoping that every politician hears this, sees my water, and does the right thing. Thank you. And I hope you can join us here on May 2nd for a big rally on banning fracking. That's going to be done by Frack Action New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Natalie Brandt. She's amazing. So let me just tell you, I go all around the United States in touring the film. I've been to 110 or 120 cities in the United States. This movement is enormous. It's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. And I talk to them every day, talk to us every day. And I know that you probably all experience the conflict that may be happening in your town, wherever you come from, and you see that list of organizations. And I always say there's an organization in every little town throughout the entirety of New York State, and that's how they got the moratorium bill passed. Right? Every organization sent one person. But the point is that there is this huge movement of people that I'm lucky enough to witness every day. People like Natalie Brandt, who speak in such an incredibly compelling way, who've actually risen to the challenge. None of us want to be here. Nobody in the movie GasLand, including myself, wants to be in the movie GasLand. You don't want to be fighting off an invasion of Halliburton and of gas companies. And you don't want to be obsessed with that every day, every night. Right? Yeah. But it's happening. Yes. And there's something amazing about the fact that it's happening.